なんだかんだメニュー画面メニュー画面でモノクマを映したことがなかった気がした。めぐり皆さん、こういずみー、セルフにここにねー、こういうことをね、お天気見てます、お天気見てます、お天気さん、天気やれったー。この時点で自信持って検討ついてたら逆に怖いのだ。いやさー、今までのゲームだったらなんとなく想像ついてたのが今回、初めてやるジャンルだからね。ゲーム大好きさんがみずみー、ねこみさんがみずみー、ってことでね。よいしょ。ということでですね、モノクマですけれども、今回の裁判、モノクマも参加するぜという風なことをおっしゃっていらっしゃっておっしゃってたので、あれなんですけども、戦場ムクロの死体のあれがないけれどもそう、これの誰が殺したんじゃ裁判をまたやるっつうあれで、鉄パイプ程度の太さの棒状の上に殴られた様子、全身に数多くの傷跡もあるが小筋ともが効いてんなったものの傷のようだ。ナイフの傷は一箇所のみの例の植物店の死体ですね。こちらのあれをやり直しつつ、いろいろとロリギリさんの写真とか見つけつつ、葉隠れ2階の普段入れなかったはずのロッカーで葉隠れのノート見つけつつ、死体安置所に戦場ムクロらしき死体を見つけつつ、謎の集合写真をモノクマからもらいつつ、なんかジェノサイダーが鍵になりそうつつ、いろいろこっから今回さ2つかかってるさ、裁判が戦場袋のてか、まあ、この犯行死体の犯人は誰じゃ裁判と、学校の謎を解き明かしましょうっていうテーマが2つ重なってて、どっちがどっちのやつやねんっていう風になってんだよね。おりぎりさんかわいい。おりぎりさんですから。で、ちなみに戦場ムクロの身長体重3サイズが完全に江ノ島と一致していることから、多分戦場ムクロは死んでなくて、この江ノ島の死体が利用されたんだろうなっていうか、もしくはその逆かなんだけどっていう風な感じで、スキル特にないよね。特にないよね、確か。ボキャブラリー。スキル、あ、そっか、スキルポイントがもらえるからあれか。入ったわ。ってところで行きましょう。どうしたもんかね。どういう風に。
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
最後つってるからな。最後つってるの何なんだろう。マジでこれで最後。もっと人死ぬと思ってたんだけどな。
So listen up! If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win! And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me! I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
そういうあれをされたか。脱落した。
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right!
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working to...
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
これかな。
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right!
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working to...
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
No, that's wrong.
G 逆さまになんないでほしいわ。最初に読めなかった。
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You two?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
オーがちょっと待って。オーがちょっと待って。すっごい目立つ。やっぱりそうだったんだな。すると。
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
オーが走ってる時以外みんな仁王立ちなんだけど、どういうことだよ。
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care! You guys are all in on this together! That's why I'm the only one missing!
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
共通してある人物だけが映ってない。やべ、誰だ。あー、受け取った本人。
Got it! In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
今、オーガが持ってた魚何なんだよ。
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
モノクマの罠ってだけでもないのかも。
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
何？いや待って、何よ。左上の魚。
Can you just forget about the photo already? Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
記憶喪失かな。危ねえ、おう、撃っちゃった
Now
こと
I
だった。
understand.
魚。オーグの存在からばね。
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah! We all lost our memories? That's just crazy!
DVD か集合写真かなでも。
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories...
It's totally stupid. Obviously. You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
この学園に来る前のことって覚えてんの？思ったんだけど。
But those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lied! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself. The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else? Nobody remembers? You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Oopsie.
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time. How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
同級生のじゃん。
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with? To try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is probably a million miles away. Those masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
今のかなあー、合ってそう。
So who did it? Who killed her?
慎重になってるわ、前回ので。
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does?
Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is probably a
No, that's wrong.
経験が生きてるのね。前回死んだから
There's
ね。
no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
今一人確実に情報処理室に知らない人がいるわけでしょ、でも。もう一人こっちにいるのかもしれないけど。
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
確か前にも言ったと思う、クマ。この殺し合い学園生活の参加者は全部で16人の高校生だけだって。ちなみに殺し合い学園生活が始まった後、希望が峰学園に生きたまま足を踏み入れた人間も、その16人だけだったクマ。
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
そっか、みんな今、戦場ムクロが死んだと思ってるからあれか。
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
'Cause! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed!
Oh, I get it! The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
全身に数多くの傷跡があるが、薬の無理だと以前から不明だ。
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me before I could even say anything. Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
面白いわ。
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those...
No, that's wrong.
これはまあそうだよな。
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing. Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
あ、嫌そうな顔。
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
ぽいな、グングニルっぽいね、やっぱ。
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
I got it! The one who attacked me was the true mastermind. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask,
あれなんか自分が想定してたあれと違う方向に行ってる気がする。
I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
あいつ飛び箱の上に乗ってんのか。
Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise? You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there is another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot? Or perhaps the left foot?
Wait.
Or could it be the hips? You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left
おっ
hand?
と、ちょっと待って。
Shoot!
あれ右手じゃなかったっけ？ごめん、ちょっと待った。ストップ。
You never...
あれ違う。ここに入れ墨のこと書いてねえわ。ちょっと待って、なんだっけ？あれ？吸収か。
So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there is another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
No, that's wrong.
失礼。モノクロファイルに入れ墨のこと書いてあるって思っちゃってた。全然書いてなかったわ。
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo.
あのね、これ見て思ったんだけどさ、タトゥーがさ、爆風で消えるはずねえんだよな。やっぱ。
But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh! No snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Your hands!
やけど。
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me. My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
I got it!
生物質
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
Biolab.
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof. I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the code on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency, one so major it can't be overlooked.
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family. Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening! Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
最悪。
I'm not listening!
This should prove it. The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
I got it! What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Killed twice.
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious. Because Kyoko's totally delusional. Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu, whatever. Or maybe Sakura Oga. No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice.
しかもセレスさんの名前全部言えなかったぞあいつ。セレスティアなんだっけって言ったぞあいつ。
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu, whatever. Or maybe Sakura Oga. No. There's no way anyone was.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, whatever.
Junko.
Junko.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... Yeah, what does it all mean?
どういうことだってばよ。お前はその位置を貫いててくれ。
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died.
あれこれ、深田が結論付けちゃうと違う気がするんだよね。
So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
嬉しそう。本当にそれでいいのか。致命傷、プロフィール、モノクロファイル。
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
え、これちょっと待って。いや、待って、ちょっとストップ。これ今何をつきたいんだ？今何をつきたいんだ、これ。今帰る。死体がムクロである証明したの。
It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
Shoot!
え、わかんねえ。何を
The body we
何を突破口にしたいんだこれで。
it wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko.
ちょっと待って、そういうこと？ちょっと待って。スラムクロのプロフィール。死体の身元は不明。クワクワクワクワクワ。
So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
特別点で見つけた死体はエクサムクロじゃなかったってことになるけど、本当にそれでいいのか。苗木は何を話したいんだ？エクサムクロじゃない。エクサムクロが生きてる。エクサムクロじゃない。あの死体は江ノ島のものだったっていう可能性を否定したいってこと？エクサマムクロの死体が本物で江ノ島が生きている路線に持ってっていいの？私の妄想が現実になるのか？ちょっと待って、待って、それをあれするにはどうしたらいいんだ？
Found in the garden. It wasn't.
エクサマムクロじゃない。エクサマムクロじゃないのよ。間違えた。
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
あれ？入った。
No, that's wrong.
普通に狙い外した今。マジで？ちょっと待って。
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of.
は？ちょっと待って、マジで私の妄想が。
The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
待って、苗木はどういう話に持ってきたいんだろう。
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Here's my answer.
うわ、マジで？ちょっと待って、超嬉しい。
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
マジで超嬉しいんだけど。
Are you sure about that?
違うのか？違うのか？
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
脈取ってたよね、でも。そうだよね。
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
お前ここに来てさっきの討論散々私のこと悩ませてたくせに
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
本当だよ
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud. Too bad, too bad.
Too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
What? Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
Of course not.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Now I understand. That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
でもそうなるとやっぱ戦場と江ノ島がグルだったことになるよな
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... That had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
あ、つか付け詰めしてるじゃん
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
あれ入れ墨してたでも
Then we'd already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was.
入れ墨してたらさすがに気づく気がするんだけどあれかなパフかな
So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Yeah.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
Yeah.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished.
そっちか。タトゥーが消えそうになってんじゃなくて、タトゥーを隠してたやつが消えたやつなのか、あの状態、あの傷の状態は。
Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
Shoot!
Ah, 操作室か。操作室締め出したからか。え、ちょっと待って、違うの？どういうことだよ。あ？プロフィール、絶望について。え、操作の時だからあれじゃないの？キリさん。あ、これ？死後に受けた。え、ちょっと待って、どういうこと？何をしたいんだ、苗木。ダメだ、苗木が何をしたいのかマジでわかんねえ、これ。これじゃないのだって。この熊に締め出された操作室じゃないのって。これか？
I got it! While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster, made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
こっから一回死ぬか。
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible! That's impossible!
This should prove it.
江ノ島の顔映ってねえのか。
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity,
写真
an unusual circumstance.
写真もう一回見ないと私確信が持てねえんだけど。
What's so unusual about them?
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
ダメだ、これ。全部オーガに視線がいってしょうがないんだけど。これ意図されてんのかな。みんなオーガに視線行くやろってなったかな、開発陣これ。
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed.
これあれかな、江ノ島のつけてるネクタイの白黒なのもそうなのかな。
That the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
え、マジで私、まあいいや。
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
わ
No, wait! Hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything right now.
お。あれか。あれか。 これって止めてくれたのはこれかな。逃げ出したんだ。逃げ出したんだ。ちょっと待って、これも逃げ出したんだ。ちょっと待ってよ。これか。ちょっとあと前が目をどうしたんだったかな。これどんな状態だったかな。あ、こうだね。誰が爆破されたせいで私は水の国の正体を知ることができなかったはこれだね。ちょっと待って、どっちがどっちだ。こうこれさ、これの説明出ないのかな。待って、でもう一個気になったのがこれか。これとこれのイラスト一緒だ。じゃあ違うな。これ逆かな。じゃあ僕の部屋から逃げ出したんだ。こっち逃げ出してるぽいかな。これナイフだよね。これね、イラストのあれがわかんないんだよ。
You! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba.
Bad girl name.
But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind.
これって戦場はさ、まあいいや。
Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue. Until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school. So she put on a mask and then attacked him. making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma. The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
これ来てんじゃないの？
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over? Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
これプレイヤーに対して言ってんだろう。あ？超高級の絶望江ノ島純子。出てき方。
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world.
本当だ、微妙に顔が違う。
We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
ここはノーにしとくか？どうする？
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play. Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
Eh? ちょっと待ってよ、本気でわかんない。 やべえ、マジでわかんない。
I got it! That's right. It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
いや、そりゃそうだよ。だって、ギャルだもん。
And you were on it.
そりゃそうだろ
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
だってこの江ノ島は本物の江ノ島じゃないのだって。
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
こいついつまでその立ち方してんだろう。
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me, and Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best, but there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins. I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Smart and cute.
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the three atrocities: atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right! There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret. So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited. Huh? Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good. So good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Perfect human.
No, I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer. So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries. And then, we'll have our victory!
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrancing exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well, I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important. It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
Theme?
Yep, you got it. So that's my question to you all. When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family. For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question! So, what was the theme for the second motive?
手紙秘密思い出
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Kane 欲望かな
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can Can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
あれ、オーガの時何だったっけ？どっちかだな。裏切りかな、隠し事かな、裏切りかな。
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them...
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I...
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really? Then hurry up and tell us.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
"大仏とかはおかしいだろ。エジプトもおかしいな。
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right? What you just saw, all of you should recognize it. That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you.
曲返してやれよ。
If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall. Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
はどれだ？
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
今のだな。今のだな。
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but
Crazy.
when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us,
Crazy girl.
I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything.
No, that's wrong. Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko, Genocide Jack.
What?
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
今さら。
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Dun, da, da, da! It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer!
もう戸上くんがね、負荷の扱い方を分かってきてる。
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
Aye aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening. But it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
なっつった。
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event. What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history! And as a result, in basically no time flat! The world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Ah! I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway, so the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Tagami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
全部同じなんだけど。
Correct! Well done, peasant!
But I didn't say anything yet.
何も言ってねえんだ。
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it! Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think that might be sick?
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated!
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Tagami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority! A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant! You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny!
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago!
Hold on! That doesn't make any sense!
Huh? I don't make sense?
There's no way that happened a year ago! I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago! If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us! Answer with all your heart and soul!
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not possible!
Years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
We've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events, or heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted.
そうだね、授業受けてねって言ったら。
Worth of memories.
I could never lose something like that.
Okay.
You've been living here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events, or heck, I've never even gone to a single...
No, that's wrong. Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why's my name written on it?
字綺麗だな、これ。
I found it in the locker room on the second floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
What's Is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Figure out what?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day. first came to the gates of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey. 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it! All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair! Our plan to bring despair to all mankind! Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst! Everyone was enjoying themselves so much! You were all having the time of your lives!
but that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. everyone is capable of it. And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors. The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once! So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
2回言った。
Ah, I said it twice!
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
Nah.
Now I understand.
先生いらっしゃい。
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other for nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
We get it. We get it, okay?
よく抑えた0歳だ今。
You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes, truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them!
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it! You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean, we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me and make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed!
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. one of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair! We're not gonna lose to you!
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope. And your stupid life!
みんなを説得するんだ。そんなの生きてるなんて言えないよ。こっから何すんの？
We won't give up!
長えし。
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab. If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
ヒロミさんには打てねえんだ。ちょっと待って。 僕の中の希望をみんなに希望の種だってみんなの中にあるはずなんだ。待って待って
We
待って
won't give up.
待って待って待って待って待って。何が設置されてた？何が設置されてた？
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die,
これか？
that would be the end of Hope's Peak
わかん
Academy.
ねえ。
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I decided to have faith in myself.
セリフ変わった。
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Don't lose hope now.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up.
これ不幸だったらダメだった気が
As
するな。
long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous. It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you. I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind.
ツンデレなんだから。
Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give up!
If I were to die,
フィッシュのカット。
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair.
I already said I would claim the mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now!
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
What the hell are you?
超高校系の希望を手帳に記録しました。
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
そんな希望なんて言われる才能もないけど、でも僕は。
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless. Suffer from despair.
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going!
危ない、今ちょっと難しかった。
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away. I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
What the?
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
The hell?
Indeed.
I lost?
負けた違う、そんな。
Well, that's just...
そんなのって。認めねえつもりか。さすがの超高校級の絶望も自分を襲う絶望には弱いか。
What the heck?
でもどんな抵抗したって無駄だよ。
Well, that's just... totally the best!
最高じゃない。
So this is despair.
これが絶望なのね。2年も前からこの学園に乗り込んで緻密な計画を練り上げて、そして計画のために実の姉まで殺したっていうのに、
And now I...
それなのに最後の最後で失敗するなんて、
True
これ以上
despair.
ないほどの超絶望だわ。何言ってるんだよ。
And now I...
私は絶望的に絶望的だったの。生まれた瞬間に全てに飽きてたの。だからずっと楽しみにしてたんだよ。人生で一度きりのこのイベント。最初で最後の最大の絶望、死の瞬間。それを計画の失敗という最高級の絶望の中で味わえるなんて。
True despair.
絶望的に幸せだわ。なんか喜んでない。
Anyway,
とにかく負けを認めるってことでいいのね。負けとかそんなの別にどっちでもいいし。だってお前らが勝とうが負けようが結局は一緒なんだもん。
Totally the best!
外も絶望、中も絶望、あんたらには絶望しかないんだから。違う、そんなこと。
Not possible.
そんなことはない。
Don't make me repeat
言って
myself.
おくが今の俺たちはもう絶望など恐れていない。
Okay.
私たちは希望を持って外に出て決心をしたんだもん。そこのないギッチにそそのかされちまってな。みんな、
hey,
もしもジュン君、あなたは言ってたわね。絶望を伝染して広まるって。
however,
でもそれは希望だって一緒よ。今の私たちを見ればそれがわかるはずよ。キリギリさん。まあどうよ。
No, no, no.
あーやだやだ。私の大嫌いな顔がいっぱいじゃない。それ以上そんな顔を見てるのは苦痛以外の何者でもないけど。
There's one
でも
last
最後に
thing.
一つだけ。お前らがあくまで希望にこだわるならそれはそれで構わないけどさ。でも覚悟しておきなよ。これから先お前らの前には次々と絶望が立ちはだかることになるよ。どこへ進もうとどこへ逃げようともね。裏と表だけど紙一重。希望があるところには必ず絶望もあるんだよ。それでもお前らは希望を持ち続けていられるかしら。今だ。だって僕たちは
It's fine, it's fine.
だって今のは単なる独り言だから答える必要なんてないの。でもその独り言ももうおしまい。だってそろそろお仕置きの時間でしょ。
it can't be.
あなたは自分まで処刑するつもりなの？そういうルールだったはずでしょ。待てよ。僕は別にお前に死んでもらおうなんて。
Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it! How many times do I have to tell you?
私は生きることに希望なんて持ってないの。むしろ人生で一度しか味わえない死の絶望をこれから楽しもうとしてるんだから。
Don't get in my way!
邪魔しないでよ。
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful! Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th, I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
超高校級の絶望的お仕置き。全部乗せ。何がすげえって他の4つぐらい耐えてたことだよな。こうして終わった。最後の学級裁判も、超高校級の絶望江ノ島純子も、希望が峰学園での生活も、すべてが終わったんだ。モノクマのヘアゴム。これ上書きしちゃっていいわ。全てが終わったと言っても、校舎が派手に爆発したり、情的に崩壊したり、なんてエンディングっぽいことは起きなかった。今までと何も変わらなかった。ただ一点だけを除いて、空調が止まった。江ノ島純子が言うところの空気清浄機。それが止まった。それだけだった。下のショートにして僕らは玄関ホールにいた。扉を前にして無言。では放心状態。終わりを前にしたエピローグ。そんな時間がしばらく続いていた。でも、だけど。
Hey.
いつまでもこうしてても仕方ないわ。そろそろ行かないとね。そう唇切ったのにはやっぱりキリギリさんだった。
Makoto.
ネゲ君準備をお願い。リリアに促されるようにして暴くあるものを取り出した。江ノ島純子が死の瞬間まで持っていて、そして僕らの前に落としたもの。
So,
でもさ、本当なの？そのものがこの扉を開ける鍵って。
Indeed.
彼女の言葉から推測する限りだとおそらく間違いないはずよ。
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
絶対に出て行ってもらう。そう言ってた彼女が最後に落としたもの。から脱出するための釘、そう考えられるはずよ。
But
でもひょっとしたら学園を自爆させるスイッチって可能性も。だって生きて出てってもらうとまでは江ノ島っちも言ってなかったわけだしよ。
it's true.
それはあるかもしれないわね。あんの？
Yes.
だからといって押さないわけにもいかないだろう。そりゃそうだけどよ。心配いらねえって。
My beautiful scissors!
前ハサミ、あれ学級裁判とか黒幕とかはもう全部終わったよ。今からみんなでここから出ていくとこだよ。 出るの？外に出られるの？ダメだ。深川かわいそうになってきた。深川かわいそうに燃えてきた。そして白夜様と結ばれて、そして作画を授かるの？
That's enough.
やめろ、おぞましい。
Anyway,
心配しなくても大丈夫よ。きっとここからは無事に出られるはず。
But
出た後が微妙だけどね。でもよ、俺やっぱどっかで期待してるかも。
For
世界の
serious?
滅亡とかそんなん全部嘘でさ、本当はこの扉の向こうではいつも通りの平和が広がってんじゃねえかって。全部嘘、いつも通りの平和か。でもさ、どうなってたとしてもそこが僕たちの世界なんだよ。だから僕たちはそこで生きていかなくちゃいけないんだ。そりゃまあそうだろうけどよ。それになんていうかさ、この学園と違って世界は広いんだし、そんな広い世界だからそれはもちろん絶望だってあるだろうけど、でも希望だっていくらでもあるはずだよね。
in other words,
希望を探すこと、希望を見つけようとすること、それこそが本当の希望。そんな希望さえあれば人はどんな苦境に陥っても前に進むことができる。
am I wrong?
なぎくんはそう言いたいんでしょ？まあそんな感じかな。わざわざお前らに言われなくてもそんなことは分かっている。それに江ノ島純子も言っていたはずだ。外にはまだ希望を捨てきれない連中がいると。そいつらに俺の手伝いをさせるのもいいかもしれんな。戸上家の復興、それは世界の復興と同じ意味だ。行きます。どこまでついていきます。
you got it!
私はとりあえずドーナツ屋に行くよ。後のことはそっから考えるねえと思うけどな。
Hey.
ドーナツ屋がなかったらどうすんだ？
Okay.
作ればいいじゃん、小麦粉から。小麦粉がなければ小麦を作ればいいんだし。そういうことか。道がなければ作ればいい。天地創造、運命は俺に世界を作れとつぶやいているのか。
Could it
そ
be?
れこそが俺の希望。
How about that?
ネクストステージだべ。はがくれやすいのの第2幕が始まるべ。助かったぞ、セイナッチ。なんだか開眼した感じがすんべ。ちょっと言わないでよ、本気で気持ち悪いから。
Makoto,
大学行きましょう。たとえ外の世界が滅んでいたとしても、外の世界が絶望に染まっていたとしても、あなたみたいな人と一緒なら私はむしろ楽しみよ。そこで私たちに何ができるのか。何ができるのか。ちっぽけな僕たちに何ができるのか。きっと何でもできる。そうだ、何でもできるんだ。
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
ツンデレか。
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still, it does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
これで爆発してくれたら面白いな。じゃあさ。これ爆発してくれたら面白いんだけどな。開いちゃった。終わった。さあ、キャストが一致しないわけだが。飛ばすね。お
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Danganronpa.
ほー、これ何これ。もしもの世界で繰り広げるシミュレーション型ものでございます。とりあえずちょっと待った。何枚ある？何枚ある？何枚ある？なんか、ルート1個だった気もするけど、これがちゃんと、あれになってんのかどうかっていう。モノクマ劇場。これもしかして乗んないタイプか？Artwork。スクールモードで江ノ島口説こう。スクールモードってこれ何これ？あ、そういうことね。わかった。オッケー。オーケー。オーケー。じじありがとう。よいしょ。どっこいしょ。はい。おめでとう、ありがとう。Thank you。めっちゃありがとう。いやー。いやー。いやー。いやー。希望を持ったエンドでしたね。もっと胸くそ悪いエンディングを期待していたんだが。もっとこう、あれなエンディングを期待していたんだが、ちょっとドア開けてくんね。だいぶ荒ぶったと思うが。ガチャコンプリートするとアナザーエンドみたいなのあるけど、本当におまけって感じだから期待にはそういうやつだと思う。なるほど。希望的なエンドでしたね。希望エンドになっちゃったなぁと思ってて。エンディングまで雨傘好みだと人気シリーズにはなれないのよ。いやでも江ノ島黒幕説合ってたの超感動したわ。別人だったけど。最初から、殺すメリットって何だったんだろうなーがわかんなかったけど、飽きたからっていうのを見て、いい意味で、度肝抜かれて、前回のさ、オーガのさ、セルフのあれみたいにさ、いや、こんなん想像つかねえよって言ってた、あれと違ってさ、こう、飽きたから殺したっていうのを聞いてさ、あー好きってなって。もしも黒幕説だってさ、すごい。ちょっと自分でびっくりした。テンション上がっちゃったよ。飽きたから、江ノ島らしい理由だったね。めちゃめちゃ良かったね、あれ。いい意味でドキも抜かれた。あそこだけ感動したもん。ああ、そういうことかーってなって、あそこが一番感動した。飽きたからか、そっか、そりゃ殺すわじゃーってなった。 残念な姉は妹いなかったら普通に学園生活楽しんで希望に染まってそうなのがまた確かに。確かにな。いやー。よかったな。殺す理由含めて、最後の最後めっちゃいいの出てきたな。ちょっと水飲むね。でももうちょっと、外出て本当に絶望的な世界が広がってました。つか、6人も生き残ったのさあ、苗木とキリギリさんと戸上と深川の4人が生き残るんだろうな的なところまでなんかの配信で話したと思うんだけど、朝日奈と葉隠れが来ると思わなかったな。あれめちゃめちゃ予想外だったな。2やった後に絶対絶望少女とゼロを楽しもうね。OK。2は裏で楽しむわ。配信しちゃいけないらしいから。一章までいいらしいけど。配信しちゃいけないらしいから。ゼロは江ノ島の人物度が深まる。OK。OK。I got it。ポケモンも楽しいんだけどさ。6人も。むしろ、葉隠れあたり普通に殺されんじゃねえかなって普通に思ってたけど、全然そんなことはなかったわ。葉隠れなんか体験版では最初の事件の被害者だったからびっくりした。じゃあ死なねえな、じゃあ。こういうので体験版でなんかアクション起こしたやつは確かに、キー持ってたりするよな。あと、本編で。じゃあ、しなへんか。ほな、葉隠れとちゃうか。なるほどな。はー。まあでも、おおむね満足だわ。当時の公式サイトだとまた別の人がシャワールームで死んでたはず。マジか。なるほどな。やっぱ江ノ島っつうか、戦場、まあ、江ノ島って呼ぶけど、最初に槍で貫かれた方。なんかあのタイミング変だよなーって思ってたけど、飽きたからだったんですね。あれは確かに、そうね。わざわざネタバレ防止に専用 CG を作る徹底っぷり。すげえなぁ。なるほどなぁ。やっぱみんなの記憶が消えてたもあってたなぁ。意外とドスドスついてたんだなってなんか、改めて思うわ。じゃあこれさ、あの6人がさ、いや、全員は出ないだろう、多分。あれでも今、待って、弾丸論破って2とか3とか出てくんだっけ？弾丸論破。わかんねえ。でも、葉隠れはもう使い道ねえんだろうな。でも、苗木主人公枠、キリギリスさんと朝比奈と戸上、いや、戸上も微妙か。復興する。いや、ジェノサイダーは出るんだろうな。自作かなんかで。ジェノサイダーとキリギリさんが一番出てきそうな気がするわ。出しやすいっつうか。まして、キリギリさんなんかそういうなんか危ないって思ったところがわかるのよ、みたいな感じのこと言ってたじゃん。苗木が襲われた時に。それの察知して、 出しゃばりそう。すごい力入れてるけど、その理由がわかるエンドだった。だっておかしくない？どうして私が見たとか言ってたのね。そう。I've been busy with work, so I can't comment much. Okay, okay. Wait. Okay, don't worry. 今仕事中だそうだ。2がゲームで3がアニメ。あ、3アニメなの？ちょっと待って。コンシューマーゲーム。弾丸論破。弾丸論破2。さよなら絶望学園。1、2。ああ。で、絶対絶望少女弾丸論破アナザーエピソード。スピンオフ。ニュー弾丸論破 V3 みんなの殺し合い新学期か。ああ。なるほどね。A は賛否両論あるけど、私は毎週楽しみにしてた。アニメの方か。ちょっと待って。わざわざナンバリングで3ってつけてるぐらいだから、多分、あれだよね。ゲームやってみてからの方が多分辻褄合うんだろうな。アマプラにあるかな？弾丸論破。弾丸論破でアニメーション。弾丸論破3、年度、希望が峰学園未来編、絶望編ってのが両方ある。だって、絶望編、T アニメストア4プライムビデオの無料体験。こっち、あれだな。絶望編は無料で見れるっぽいな。うわー、江ノ島いる。江ノ島いるから、これ、あ、待って、江ノ島がいるってことは今見て平気か。逆に。逆に。なるほど。これじゃああれか、この1位が入る、希望が峰学園に足を踏み入れるのだった。江ノ島純子と戦場の黒が。じゃあこのゲームの前日談ってことかこれ。絶対にまだ見ないで。あれだね、やっぱ、2だね、先に。あんまり調べない方がいい。まあ、とりあえずアニメがあるのは分かったわ。無料で。でもあれでしょ、弾丸論破時アニメーションは、今やったゲームの内容のアニメだよね。これも無料で見れるっぽい。これも無料で見れるっぽい。なんかすげえ葉隠れの頭ウニみたいになってるやつがあった。シーンが。なるほどね。OK。Continue more Danganronpa. No. Wait. Sorry, wait. Wait a minute.
Other works are prohibited by the creator.
Stream. 2をやるならみたいで。ネタバレ事例源に全速力で進むから弾丸論破実況を見てて最もドキドキした。どういうこと？ネタバレ地雷原に全速力で進むから弾丸論破実況見てて最もドキドキした。イラストがってこと？ Why？ おそらくストーリーがネタバレになってしまうのを、だと思います。ストーリーが明らかになるのを防ぐためだと思います。
I think it's to prevent the story from being revealed.
On YouTube. 結構物語のせい。あ、そういうこと？江ノ島実は生きてんじゃねえの江ノ島実は生きてんじゃねえの。私の中でそっちの方が面白そうだなって思っただけなんだよね、マジで。3は1と2の展開は大前提で隠してもいないから、あらすじというか導入の時点で危険。なるほど。なるほど。やっぱ2だね、次ね。ちょっと待って、2は買ってないよな。何がわかんないんだろうな。弾丸論破。ストアページ。弾丸論破シリーズ。2。V3。でもね、全部モノクマは映ってんだよね、ちなみに。モノクマが映ってるのは、あれなんだよな。で、これか。絶対絶望少女か。全部買おう。いくらだろう。全部買うと1万円くらいするわ。でも買おう。ウィキペディアのシリーズ一覧見るぐらいなら平気だろうと思うけど。さすがにそこは調べないとあれだと思うけど。なるほどな。でもあれだよな、1で記憶喪失ネタ、記憶改変ネタ使っちゃったから2では使えないよな。2とか V3 とかでは。まあ、どういうトリックになるかわかんねえか。やってもねえのに。まずは2からだな。ポケモンも途中なんだけどな。ポケモンも途中なんだけどな。弾丸もやりたいしな。あとアトリエも全部片付いてねえからな。なんだかんだ積みゲーしてんだよな。ねえ、明日どうしようか。明日一回雑談にするから、さすがにこっからゲームの用意できねえわ。この余韻残った状態で。明日一旦雑談やって。でもね、次ね、ベンディやりたいんだよ、ベンディ。ベンディやりたいんすよ、ベンディ。I wanna play Bendy the Dark Revival. Next game. Tomorrow is free talk 雑談。明日雑談やるつもりだけど。次やりたいゲームベンディなんだよな、地味に。 Bendy and Dark Revival。で、読み方合ってんだよな、これきっと。日本語あるっぽいから。ねえ。The old one? What do you mean? The old one? Bendy? Bendy and the Dark Revival is released November 15 last year. 大神桜過去で画像検索してオーガになる前の姿見て驚け。それはもう見ていいのこれ。それ見ていいの？ You played to new one, I think. 新しいものをプレイしたと思います。ベンディBendy and the Ink Machine is old. I played Bendy the Ink Machine is old. And new Bendy is Dark Revival. Released last year. 1の段階で存在した裏設定だからセーフ。今行くわ。おお。今見たわ。でもこれ今ちょっと待ってごめん。オーガが知らない人と話してるシーン見えちゃった今。全然知らないキャラと話してるシーンだからなんとも言えねえわ。これあれだろう。違うやつだろう多分。わかんないけど。わかんねえや。やるわ裏で。いきなり便利でもいいしまた。まあ明日は雑談するけど。ごめんな、漢字読めねえんだ。難しい漢字読めねえんだ。まあゲームの合間の雑談は多分するけど。ゲームの合間の雑談はするけど。私、ゲームとゲームをつないでやった時ってあったっけ？あったんだっけ？単発で濁してることあんのか。単発。いや、単発がネタ切れネタ切れってことはないんだけど、いっぱいあるんだけど、この世には。単発でできそうなゲームなんて。いっぱいあるんだが、今手元にないので、ライブラリの中にないので、あれかな。サブノーティカもやってみたいんだよね。設定だけで出てこないキャラ結構いる。あ、なるほど。でもね、あれなんだよ。今、ムキムキの方のオーガが知らない人と話してるところが見えて、一瞬。急いでブラウザ消したけど、今。お？と思って。あれかな？エクストラモードのアナザーストーリー。いや、違うな。知らないキャラだったからな。まあいいや。あれかな？ファンが作った合成かな？ 2 か3かなんかのキャラクターとオーガが喋ってるとこ重ねた時かな？ 幕開いていって劇の幕が下がって次の準備をしてる間って意味よ。初めて知った。初めて聞いたその言葉。もうね、難しい言葉はわからん、私は。難しい言葉はわからん、私は。漢字も読めへんし。シリーズ全体のキャラを集めたスゴロクゲームみたいなのが存在する平和な世界のやつ。シリーズ全体のキャラ。それが、でもあれか、スチームになさそうなところを見るとスチームにねえんだろうな。今、声吸い込むみたいになっちゃった。スチームで見かけないってことはスチームにないんでしょうね。あんのかな？いや、なさそうだな。それは、シリーズ全体のキャラを集めたってことは、セレスさんもいるんねやろきっと。いや、そっか。これで終わったから、安心してセレスさんの画像を集めることができるんだな、私は。ピクシブ地方で。興味あればスイッチ、ちょっと待って。スイッチにあんの？もう今検索しちゃうよ、私は。スイッチで。スイッチ今使うのに抵抗なくなってるからね。そんなに評判は良くない。でもそれ、要するにキャラゲーってことでしょ？ある意味。あ、ダンガンロンパ。でも今までと全く違う。ハッピーダンガンロンパ S。リサーチ&で、違うな、追加コンテンツって書いてある。ダンガンロンパとダンガンロンパ V3 だからこれだな。ハッピーダンガンロンパ S 超高校級の南国これだな、サイコロ合宿。あ、でもこれも、そっか。どっちにしろ2とかを片付けてからじゃないとダメだな。なるほど、なるほど。あれだな。お気に入りだけ入れとこ。欲しいものリストか。オッケー。オッケー。じゃあ、2と3。そういうこと。キャラゲーってことだもんね、多分ね。多分、システムを楽しむんじゃなくて、自分の推しキャラがいるぞーっていう、その状況を楽しむためのディスクってことだもんね。ギャルゲの、アペンドとか大体そうだからね。ギャルゲのアペンド大体そうだからね。ギャルゲのアペンドでいいシナリオのやつなかなかねえから。超珍しいからギャルゲのアペンドでシナリオがいいやつは。要するにそういうことだろうシナリオとかどうでもよくって、自分の推しキャラが、ギャルゲで言う、本編クリアした後に、イフみたいな、もしもの世界で自分の推しがなんかいろいろくっちゃべってるところを見て、微笑むっていうのがね、アペンドディスクのあれだと思うからね。要するにそういうことだなと。そもそもスゴロクを全力で楽しめる人、あんまりいないんじゃないかな。一人で。そういうのもあるんだ。ちゃんと分かってますね。でも全員水着だったもんだって。今、チラって見たら全員水着だったもん。そういうことだろう。ジェンクとムクロの会話シーンが見られるゲームはなるほどね。確かにね。なるほどね。そういうのもあるのか。ってことは、ムクロはちゃんとムクロの姿で出るってことか。履歴書っつうか、なんつうんだっけ。学校の履歴書でいいのか の時の写真、待ってか、集合写真の時の黒髪で、ショートカットの姿で出るってことか。それはとても貴重だね。いいですね。なるほどね。なるほどね。いいですね。いいですね私は完全にこの配信を通してモノクマ節がなんか身についた気がするわ。うぷぷぷぷぷぷつって。あれ、いいキャラしてたわ。最後の最後までいいキャラしてたわ。でもやっぱね、共感できるのは江ノ島サイドのセリフなんだよな。なんか、こういうこと言うの、妹の前でも妹の格好してる。絶望的に妹好き。やっべえ、見てー、それ。なるほどね。そうなんだよね。最後の最後にさ、苗木側のさ、僕は諦めたりしないぞみたいなこと言ってるところをね、基本的に私盛り上がるタイプじゃないからさ。途中で胸クソエンドになってくれるよねっていうことに対して希望を持ってた人間が絶望を持った状態だったからね、あの時。なんかハッピーエンドで終わる匂いがしてきたなーって思って今。っていう状態で、途中からふーんって感じになってた。まだ絶望を捨てきれないけどね。あのまま、ボロボロになった世界で絶望してほしい思いはあるけど、私も、基本的に。外の世界に出てって絶望してもらいますよはね、私も今その思いを引き継いでるから、完全に。なんなら双子に間違えられてもおかしくない。なるほどね。妹の前で妹の格好。アマゾンでちゃんとキレイな初見さん用意してくれてたでしょ。もう、ピンポイントでそっち選択したからね。キリギリさんの矛盾をつくかどうか。つくでしょ、そりゃーつって。迷わず言ったからね。で、という夢を見たのさで帰ってきたときに、あ、優しいって思ったわ。ゲームシステム優しいと思った。正直最初からやり直す覚悟ちょっと決めてたけど。あの時。正直言うと。これ最後にセーブしたとこまでやり直しかもなーとか思ってたけど、いや、行くべーって思ったらね、という夢を見たのさ回帰でね、帰ってこれたからね、よかった。早かったよね。選択して、矛盾をつく、矛盾をつかない、逃げ出すの3択で、逃げ出すどうなるんだろうっていう、迷いが一瞬はあったけど、でもこれ矛盾ついたら面白いことになりそうだよなと思って。実際、マジで死ぬと思ってなかったけどね。なんだかんだ回避するんだろうなとか思ってたけど。ねえ。学級裁判ね。セレスさんがね、バチクソにブチ切れてる時が一番面白かった。一番ゾクゾクしてた。これだよ、これって。生き残るために何でもしようとするやつのこれだよ、これってなってた。マジで。私の配信の中でスキッゾとリカルドに食い込んだセレスさんだからね、貴重だよ。しばらく2をやらずに放置して、果たして外の世界はどうなっているのかってところで次回作があるかもわからないまま数年間放置された一からのファンの気持ちを体験してくれてもいいよ。なるほどね。そっか、次回作があるってわかんない状態だとあそこであれか。体が面白いと思う方向に舵を切ってる。そう。そういうことよ。私は、マジで、なんかこう言うと 中二病臭くって嫌だけどさ、完全にこう、絶望才能の人間だったなってなんか思うわ、改めて。なんか中二っぽくてあんまり、あれだけど、この言い回しあんまり好きじゃないけど。なんか江ノ島がさ、寒い寒い、ダサいダサい、そんなの流行んねえよ、みたいに言ってたのはね、めちゃめちゃ共感できるんだよね。そんなの流行んねえから、みたいな感じで苗木がさ、僕たちは諦めないんだ、みたいな。希望で、なんか、前に進むんだ、みたいな感じで言ってた時の、江ノ島の最後の、ダセーダセーみたいに言ってたのが、わかるってなってさ。でもなんかさ、こういうのさ、堂々と言うとさ、中に臭い感じがしてさ、それはそれで、あんまこう、表だって言いたくないんだけどさ、すごいなんか、中二っぽいっていうか、ナルシストっぽいっていうか、そういう風にも捉えられるからさ、こういう、やっぱ、絶望に染まってる方が人間味あるよね、みたいな感じのこと言うとさ、あれなんだよね。でもそのダサい希望に負けたんだよな。なあ。エンド分岐があってもよかった。まあでも、そうだよな。胸クソエンド、胸クソゲーが、好きなもんでね。なんかこう、希望に満ちたエンドされるとこう、なんかこう、あ、ふーんってなる。寄生生物がダークサイドで何が悪い？それが敵サイドの原因。マジでね。そう。絶対面白いじゃん、そっちの方が。そうですな。とりあえず最後まで行きましたというところでですね。1時半になっちゃったからぼちぼち区切る。1時半だぜ、1時半。3時間、1時ぐらいに区切ったよね、私。3時間ぶっ続けで最後やってたから、3時間ぶっ続けであいつら全員喋ってた。私ほとんど喋ってねえ、今日。マジで。下手にね、ちゃちゃ入れたりするとね、セリフ被るから喋りたくないんだよね、ああいう時。アマゾンみたいな人がネメシス操作して、ジルたちを倒すモッドを作ってしまう。わかるよ。そっちの。やっぱさ、ちょっと見てみたいよね。主人公、あらゆるゲームで主人公がそこなんか RPG なんか世界を救ったりさ、するけどさ、世界が救われなかった光景も見てみたいよね。もう、後書きのなんかちょっとした文章とかでもいいからさ、そっちだよ気になるのは。って私は思う。マジで。そうなんですよ。そっちが気になるんですよ。そっちも気になるんですよ。いいんだよ別に。主人公がちゃんとこう、ラスボス倒して、世界に平和が訪れましたもん別に悪くはないと思うけど、悪いとは言わないさ。でもね、それこそ弾丸論破風に言うならね、絶望に染まった方も見てみたいんだよね。こう、経験の一つとしてね。そう。でも別ゲーのエンディングだといっぱいある？どうもね、馴染まないよな。愛欲のユースティアっていうゲーム、エロゲー知ってる？愛欲のユースティア。愛欲のユースティアをね、私は進めたいよ。マジで。ほぼほぼ救いがない。 みんなが救われたと思ったら主人公だけ救われなくなるパターンがあるからね、あれね。あれね。もうだからこそね、愛欲のユースティアのね、ヒロインね、好きなんだよ。こう、ヒロインと主人公。どうあがいてもこいつら幸せになれないっていう状況がね、私のこの、なんだろう、庇護欲みたいなのを刺激され、庇護欲とは違うな、なんだろうな。こう、どうあがいても結ばれないんだっていうことを知った上で、それを背負って生きていかざるを得ないっていう状況がね、なんかこう、興奮するよね。愛欲のユースティア。そうなんだ、ね。一応でもスイッチどうなったんだろう。そうだ、スイッチで出てやりたい思ってずっとできてないの。PC ゲームの方でクリアしてあれだったんだけど、スイッチ版マイルドになってるのかな、表現。マイルドになってたら意味ねえんだよな、これ。愛欲のユースティアに関しては。ゴリゴリに、だって酒と薬と女の話題全部出てくるからね。あのエロゲーマジ。酒と薬と女の話全部出てくるから、それ最初それスイッチで出るってなった時に、マジか土地狂ったかって思ったんだけど、多分マイルドになってるんだろうなって思いつつ、これマイルドにしちゃダメだろうっていうテーマだからさ、スラム街みたいなとこがテーマだから、主人公がラスボスな鉄拳ってゲームがある。鉄拳ってそうなの？格闘ゲームそうなの？スイッチにある、そう。レザキン展開えげつないのあるから言うの。そう。ちょいちょい、エロゲにうつゲーあるじゃん。さやの歌だっけ？さやの歌ね、実はプレイしたことはなくて、ストーリーは知ってるって状態なんだけど、あれもいいよね。こう、結ばれないんだなっていうあれ。結ばれないんだな、これっていうあれ。近い。愛欲のユースティアね、もうちょっとね、注目されていいと思うんだよね。注目されていいと思うんだよね。3連単でそう。酒と薬と女全部出てくるから、あれテーマで。まあ、酒はいろいろ出てくるけど、他の作品でも。ね、お酒に飲む。全員飲むからな。あそこは。愛欲のユースティアはほぼ全員飲むからな。そういうのって今、ブルーレイで出てんだ。さやの歌もね、正直やりたい気持ちもあるんだけどね。エロゲってさ、信じらんないぐらい時間使うじゃん。どうしても信じらんないぐらい時間使うじゃん。だからね、後回しになっちゃってるっていうのは正直ちょっとあるんだよね。うん。でもね、マジでね、みんなね、いや待って、スイッチ版は進めないわ。自分でやってねえから。で、PS4 かな？プレステにも移植されてるやつがあって、汚れ、翼のユースティア。PS、待って、Windows、PS、 PS4、PS Vita、ニンテンドースイッチ。うん。で、私、Windows 版しかやってないんだよ、要するに。なんだけど、から他のプラットフォームで、どんぐらいマイルドになってるのかがわかんないから、ちょっと他の進めづらいんだけど、PC 版はね、マジで神ゲーだと思う。私は今までやってきたエロゲーの中で一番愛欲のユースティが好き。マジでみんなやってほしい。アドベンチャーパートだけでも長いのに RPG とかストラテジー要素あるのあるね。さやの歌そうなの実況、さやの歌、実況配信、大丈夫かあれ。さやの歌特に大丈夫かやるとしたら全年齢版でしょさすがに。そもそもあれ配信していいのかなね。興味はあるね。積んでるものが多すぎる。わかる。私、ファンザのあれ、多分、結構、数十件は多分積んでるんだよね。アドベンチャーパートオンリーなはずだよ。待って、さやの歌。あれさやの歌ってあれだよね。あれだよね。あれだよね。アドベンチャーパートってなんだっけアドベンチャーパートってなんだっけ先週くらいにエピックゲームズデスストランディング無料配布されるんです。デスストランディングね、スチームにあるよ、私。買ってる。確か。デスストランディング、あれだよね。配達員だよね。私、実は購入済みなんだ。どっかで配信しようって思って買ったのが多分去年か一昨年。実はね、購入済みなんですよ。多分、スチームでなんか値引きかなんかされてたと思うんだよね。実況やるよっていう話題を出してない限り多分ね、値引きされてるやつにね、狙い定めて買ってるはずだからね、なんかの時に値引きされてたんだと思うんだけど、わかんない。30% 引き程度だったかもしんないけど。なんだよ。スチームで購入済みなんですね、デスストランディング。いつかやろうか、ぐらいの気持ちで。買って、そのまま、積んでる。積みゲーしてる。そうね。そうなんですよ。意外とね、意外とゲーム積んでんだ。デッドスペースの2と3もあるし、デイメアの1998もあるんだけど、これ英語版しかなくって、スチームにあるやつ、なんか DMM 版じゃないと日本語対応してないっていうのを後から知って、クソーってなってて。あとやってない、購入済みでやってないやつは、あとバイオゼロか。なんだかんだやってないんだよね、配信でね。ストーリーは、ざっくりだけどわかる、知ってるけど。デイミア1998じゃんで、1992だか1993だかのやつが、今年中に出るよね。あれ発売日もう決まったのかなでデッドスペース2、3じゃんあと、フォビアってやつ買った。こないだ。なんか 70% 引きになってたから。あと、メトロエクソダス。メトロエクソダスが何気にあるデスストランディングじゃんだからリトルナイトメアも何気にあるんだよね。まだやってないんだよね。アウトラストの1、2。 と、ザ・ショアっていうやつと、ソーマと、ソング・オブ・ホラー。あと、サブノーティカ。ぐらいかな。あと、バイオショックの、空中のやつ。空のやつ。海底から逃げ出したやつ。1、2やったけど3やってないんだよ。3に当たるのかな？インフィニット。セールに弱いくらいけど。やるゲーム悩んだらエピックの無料配布のやつやってみるのはありなのでは？なるほどな。エピック定期的に見ねえとな。毎週何かしら来るからネタ切れにはならない。なるほど。結構ありますね。一言言えないけど。私でもね、どっちかって言ったらね、もう配信する用のやつばっかり買ってるからね。今、口に出してないだけで、他にも買ってあるやつちょこちょこある。自分でやる用のやつとかは、ちょこちょこ実はある。ロボトミーコーポレーションとかはもう自分でやろうかなってなってきてる、最近。配信じゃなくって。どうも、なんか、化け物いっぱい出てくるは出てくるけど、アクションじゃねえしなーってなっててさ、配信でやる、ってなってきてる、最近。バイオショックの新作何度もリテイクしてるらしい。そうなんだ。インフィニット。なんだよなぁ。気になる。トゥームレイダー無料配布来るから、その時見逃さずゲットして遊んでほしい。エピックのメール来るように設定するか、じゃあ。後でやろう。オッケー。じゃ、とりあえず、明日は一旦雑談で、次回から何のゲームをやるかもう心の中ではほぼほぼ決まってるけど、ベンディをやりたくって。ベンディやりたい気持ちが結構あるから、ほぼほぼ決まってはいるんだけれども、一応ね、なんか、あれかもしんねえから。一応、次やるゲームを決めるっていう名目で、明日は雑談にしましょう。一旦、単発ゲームも今思いつかないからな、キンキンちゃん。まあ、弾丸論破がね、基本的にほとんど長時間配信だったからね。全部3時間ぐらいじゃない？まあ、テッドアイランド2とかもそうだったか。今日に関しては4時間いきそうだよって。なんで、明日はもう本当に1時間ぐらいの簡単な雑談で、まあなんだ、休憩配信じゃないけど、なんつうんだろう、こう、たまーには短めにあれしてみんなで早く寝ようっていう雑談をやろう。やりたいゲーム自分の中で決まってるし、一旦。もうね、前々から気になってたんで、無印のベンディやってからちょっと日焼けたいなって思ってたんだけど、もう十分日焼いただろうって思ってね。あれ怖いからベンディ。私にとって結構苦手ジャンルだけど、それでもね、やっぱりなんでちょっとね、やりたいからね。あれちょっと好きなんだよね、ベンディ。なんで、明日は一旦雑談で、ね、その後のことを決めましょう。雑談したら歌ったり ASMR で、ASMR はもうしない。歌もなんかもう、この間も失敗で、もう、まあ、その話も明日するか、じゃあ。ということで、anyway, it's call it a day. Next stream, tomorrow, I will free talk on stream. ということでね、明日は雑談やっていこうと思うんでね。ということで、2時前なので、もう2時になるので、みんな、ゆっくり休んでください。私ももう速攻で寝るわ。ということで、厚み済みでしましょう皆さん、厚み済みでした。厚み